I joined because I didn't know anyone, and because it was so large and I knew so many people in it from years past who had graduated. I knew that they had an awesome experience, and I just wanted to meet people. So I was all alone, and I mean, obviously, I stayed because I did find that niche, just like so many people on campus are so lucky to do within Heroes. So, I guess for me is like because I didn't know anyone, just the people. I got really lucky. I think sometimes people forget that I am a sophomore because the people that I've had the opportunity to spend so much time with over the past 2 years are upperclassmen people who like have it together. And so I guess just because I went all in so soon, I was able to get close to a really, really awesome group of people who have just kind of prepared me to have the right college experience and just kind of know what it takes to be a successful college student. So I've been very, very lucky with that. I guess it just happens when you have a group of people who care about a common cause. And you might not even necessarily have to be directly associated, like our cause, pediatric HIV/AIDS. I mean, not a lot of people look at other organizations, like a lot of people have been exposed to cancer and the effects of that, but for ours, not a lot of people have. It's more indirect. So it's just like people, when you come together and you do work so hard, like on exec, we have people who bust their asses to work so hard, raise so much money, and you just kind of form a bond doing that. And I mean, you become friends with the people that you spend 8 hours out of your day with. So it just kind of happens by default, I guess. Something that's always stuck with me is the saying that we've said throughout the years is you have to be a kid for a kid. And that really is what happens at our kid events, at least with me. It's like, I mean, you go and you kind of, I'm personally really awkward with kids, and so I'm just like, I don't know how to, you're so terrified. You're just like, I want to have a kid moment. Everyone else loves the kid event so much, and you're just like, I want to make sure I talk to one kid and just get their experience from them. And then it honestly just happens. Like, you kind of have to let that guard down and kind of have the mindset that they have and just go and honestly act like an idiot, act like a 4-year-old, run around, play the games with them, and that is when you will bond with the kids and find out what they're like, what they go through, because they are really, really awesome kids, and they want to be there and they want to spend time with you and find out what it's like to be a UGA college student, because for some of them that might not be possible, but just the few hours that we get to spend with them, really, really humbling. Again, I love our kids so much. They're really, really cool. I wish I was as cool as them. Well, I think, of course, anyone in a position of leadership wants to leave something behind, wants to leave their legacy. And I guess to an extent that, but to do something groundbreaking. Even over the past 12 years, we've kind of done the same things. Even though we finally got out of that plateau and raised over $300,000 last year, grand scheme of things, that's not a big difference. Even reaching our goal of 415,000 is, that's awesome. The first time we would have ever raised over 400,000. That's still not groundbreaking. That's, in one semester a few years ago, they raised over $300,000. So I want to see us do something that people, look back and say, holy crap, how did they do that? Like that year that they raised $300,000 in one semester, I'm personally baffled. So I was like, that's freaking crazy. So whether that's through our events, whether it's through whatever fundraising we do, but do something different for once and not be complacent and satisfied with what we're already doing, which is great. We're doing really freaking great. Knock on wood. But yeah, it's been good. I want to see everyone just kind of come together and be satisfied with their experience. Not look back and be like, I wish I had done this. I wish I had set the person up who's coming in after me to do something great. I mean, if you're going to do something great, do it now. And I think we have the resources and we have the people to do that this year. And that's exciting. It's overwhelming, but it's exciting. Of course, like even within my position, it's hard. It is a lot of hard work. And to me, for a lot of people, I think satisfied is just, you hear that and it's just like, oh, well, I did the minimum of what I'm supposed to. But, like I said, for a lot of people, they do want to do something really awesome. I guess to do that, it's just kind of to challenge yourself to look at, what is actually my purpose of my position, whether it's on an executive board, whether it's on a committee member, whether you're a team leader or you're a philanthropist, but really look at your goal and just kind of question, am I actually doing that? Whether it's reading through our mission statement, reading through our vision, and just kind of questioning, are we actually doing the things that we set out to do when we were founded 12 years ago by Ryan and Garrett? And it's just kind of thinking, if we're not, what steps do I need to take to make sure we get there? If we can't get there this year, what steps can I take to make sure in the years in the future that we are at a place where we're achieving the goal that we set out to do? Because I think a lot of times people just are so caught up in the moment. They're just like, I'm just a philanthropist. I mean, the only thing I have to do is raise money. Or I'm just a team leader. I just have to make sure my philanthropists are doing what they're supposed to. But you have the room to challenge that. And you can make your position, you can make your status within Heroes whatever you want it to be. And I guess to be satisfied with that is if you look back at the end of the year and if you've reached that goal or in the semester and you've achieved all those things that you kind of set out to do at the very beginning, then you should be satisfied. Because, I don't know, I really honestly cannot wait for the coming semester to come in and have almost 2,000 first-year students. Just kind of, I'm jealous. Like, I remember as a first-year student, like I said earlier, found my place in Heroes is what I loved, and just kind of, they get to live that experience over again of first year students, of course, like it's a whole new world. You come in, it's like, oh, what am I gonna do on campus? Am I gonna be a part of Greek life? Am I gonna be a part of the honors program? What am I gonna be involved in? And all these incoming students have the option and have all of these possibilities, and I'm just really excited for them, especially if they've chosen Heroes. They've obviously done it for a reason, and I can't wait to instill in them the same passion that a lot of the people that we know have. Because who knows, the next leader of our organization in the years to come is going to be in this incoming class, and that's crazy. So I'm ready to get all the first year students and everyone else who joins as a philanthropist in the fall. It's going to be a big semester. It's going to be a groundbreaking one, and I hope everyone is satisfied with it. That was really lame, but yeah, I'm excited.